Everyone, Messi Coder back again with another live dev interview, this time with GameKit controller from 2Cubes. Now this was taken from my live Twitch stream, allthews.twitch.tv/themessycoder. A while back, you might remember, I did a review for this on YouTube where I played about with an older version. Now this time I've got 2Cubes himself to talk us through and show all the new features, and for me, basically, to have a laugh with and have a lot of fun. It's a long interview. I haven't chopped it up into little pieces, so you're going to have to sit down with a nice drink and some crisps and enjoy yourself. So I'll see you all in a second. Everyone at home, I want you to give a massive Messi welcome. Sitting at home in front of your screens all over the world, give a massive Messi welcome to Mr. 2Cubes, the man behind the GameKit controller for Unity. Well, welcome. I've just got your trailer playing in the background as I introduce you to everyone at home around the world. Mate.
Cool.
Hello. Take a seat, pull up a chair and enjoy yourself. We've chatted a while, but this is the first time that you've actually been on the show talking, but you've been typing before though, haven't you?
Do you mean typing in the
Discord?
in the chat?
Yeah, exactly. Typing in the chat.
Yes.
So now we finally got you talking. Everyone at home is a little bit nervous about his English, but I was saying that his English is far better than my Spanish is. And I won't say any Spanish because I normally get in trouble with that one. Hello, 2Cubes, says Fresh Meat. So don't forget, everyone at home, we've got the Discord. First, if you want to spam the link in the chat, and if you have any questions, you can post them on Discord, but you can also post them also in the Twitch chat as well if you want. But we've got a channel called Interview. What do we call it? Questions? What is it called? What is it called? It is called. What is
Messi, just one thing.
Yes, buddy.
If you want, maybe try to speak a little slower, just to because your accent is a little difficult for me. I don't used to have problem with hearing English, but
my accent is like listening to somebody butchering a language and destroying every word as it comes out. I can
exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's kidding.
I shall do my best. I shall be on my best behavior.
Me too.
So, mate, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and how did you get started?
I am from Spain. I am 28 years old, and I started this asset as a project in my engineering degree. In the final project, I decided to make a game. So I started to use Unity. That until that moment I didn't use not a 3D engine for video games, and I started with Unity. In the first days, I fall in love because it's one of the best programs I have ever used. Never. So for that, in that year, I play. A little later, I play. What's name is Gravity Rush, a game from Vita, and it has a mechanic where the player use the gravity to play the game for manipulating and walking walls and ceilings, etc. So I made a game with a mix of that and some combat from mostly infamous games, and that was a project. The teacher or the what the name jurado, the judges, not know if I saying correctly, like it, and it's I finished the degree, and I decided to start to use that project as a base for a character controller, which was a gravity twist controller, if I remember properly. And then I started to add more and more and more until now, which is not a character controller anymore, but a whole engine.
Well, so it started just mainly as the gravity controller. Because I thought, because when I was playing with GameKit controller and it has that demo with the gravity, I was like, oh, this is cool. But thinking it was an add-on or something that you did after. But it's the beginning of the kit.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, exactly. So, I really love gravity mechanics in general, from games like Dead Space, Gravity Rush, I think Prey from 2006, a game from id Software, if I remember properly. And I couldn't resist to work in something similar and just say to myself, why I just knew the asset story sometime before, and I said, why not?
Bueno, indeed. So, you're full-time asset store developer now. This is your job?
Right now, yes. Since a year ago, a little more, but yes. Before that, I was in the making the degree, later the master, just right before after the master, and then I worked for some time and decided to leave my job and start with this. Well, continue with this.
Wow, mate, that is because it's brave to be full-time on the asset store, but I have to say it's a great kit because I have played with it. I did a video on the YouTube last year.
Yes.
For playing about with the game, and very briefly I was able to really put together something very quickly after I played with the demo scenes as well. So I can see you've got so much potential in this kit that not only can we make shooty bang bang games, jumpy games, but the potential is there to pretty much you make platform games, top down view games. It's fun. I love it. There's only one thing that is weird about the GameKit the GameKit controller.
Yes.
And that's
what is
the IK when you're taking your guns off your back.
It's funny because I made that system some time ago due to my lack of animations. I don't. At that point, I didn't have. I can't make animations because it will take a lot of time to learn and to make something more or less good. So I decided to use IK to make a system for that, but it didn't work as I expected. But I want to improve it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's there. It's better than nothing, isn't it? So if you don't have the animations, then it's in there. But it was one of those things that the first time I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, what the
hell?"
I've got the video.
He's possessed of something.
He is possessed. The power of Christ compels thee. I'm watching now the video, and if you can see the stream at home, there's 4 screens that are split now.
Yes, I see it.
So my computer hasn't broken, and it's not accidentally showing the same video 4 times. It's actually multiplayer split of local view, isn't it? So it's 2 people at home. Well, now it's 2 people. Before it was 4 playing the game together on the same machine.
Actually, it's me, only me. I just plug in some gamepads and play myself with, because in the regular time I work, all the people in my house is sleeping. So
wake them up! Come play with me.
I should do that sometime and see what happens after that.
They might punch you. So
exactly.
It's the first time, because before when I was playing about, there was no multiplayer. So how long has this been taking you to get the local multiplayer working?
How much time?
Yeah.
How much time do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, like I say sometimes before in the forum and Discord, the local multiplayer started some time ago when I start to adapt most of the system to work with it, from player to objects to devices, vehicles, etc. For example, for vehicles, the AI is able to get off and on and done.
And how much difference is it? Because to be honest, I hadn't played about with local multiplayer before. So how much difference is it between the local multiplayer logic and getting that working versus something like networked multiplayer?
Do you mean network?
Yeah.
You say
between the two, network versus local.
No, pero o sea, perdón.
How hard is it to do network?
I haven't started network yet. O sea,
but it's going to be right completely now, different.
Yes, because I haven't really used the online system before. So I think there are a lot of difference between the local multiplayer and the online multiplayer. I want to start it soon, but there will be much bigger differences.
For me, it's great because I want to make a game that my kids can play on the Xbox. So they're going to be sitting there with two controllers. So I'm not really that bothered. But as soon as you get network multiplayer working, I think your sales are going to go through the roof. Because people just, for some reason, everyone wants to play multiplayer games. I think because they think it's easier to develop, because then you don't have to put that much content. Let everyone just run around, shoot each other, and then you don't have to think about what you're doing. You don't have to put a story in your game if it's multiplayer and everyone just kills each other.
And how's the word? The trenos, battle royals,
exactly,
and similar games. Yeah, but these kind of trends, I don't used to look at them too much because due to reason like I am only a person, I can study or spend time or see what people are looking and work on it, and even have it ready for a short process time. Like I know that a lot of developers in the asset story are just like me, one people, but I prefer to work more freely and go from one step to other step. Like for example, from all the improvement in one player, then local multiplayer, and then move to online multiplayer.
It makes sense. It's a natural progression. So how do you handle people sending you requests, so like new features or bugs? Do they just email, or have you got like a ticket system where people can contact you?
No, the only system I use is Gmail for the email support, the Unity forum, and Discord. And mostly people are bored from me to say all the time that I suggesting I'm very welcome. I encourage to people to tell me about what they want or what they don't like, what they would prefer, what elements should be improved of this is very, very, very welcome. Because it's since I started the asset, all that suggestion, feedback, etc., has helped a lot for me to improve the asset a lot from during all this time.
When you started, I didn't see that much competition, but now every time I turn around, there's another type of game kit creator. You don't have to code. type game tool on Unity. We've had a couple on since. Do you speak with those developers? Do you chat? Is there like a nice atmosphere between you guys, or is it all fierce rivalry? Or do you not? I got this image in my head that you'll like smile and wave at each other, and when you turn around the corner, like, I hate that man.
I see you, bam bam. that is the real. No, but really, the truth is, I don't speak too much with other developers. Sometimes with people that I speak about, hey, have you seen that asset? Maybe you can talk with him to integrate it or see if it can work. They can work together, etc. And sometimes I send a message, or maybe another developer sent a message to me. The last one was Malware Animations to say some vouchers for, like I said to you, to try the possession system with the animals. We had to check a thing about his input system because it's a little different from what I expected, and I have some doubts about it. And if I'm not wrong, Malverse is going to change a part of the input. So I'm waiting for him to do that. Other developer was, I don't remember his name, but the asset is Elliot. AA.
Oh yeah, he was on the stream the other month.
Cool. And when he directly asked me for the integration, and directly he made some additions in the code to allow damage between our characters each other. So mostly that is done, and the only part to do is add that system, that code in my asset.
Oh, cool! So we're gonna get Elliot AI integration with your GameKit controller. Nice.
Yes, the first element to which we were present is the damage detection between each other, and I suppose that Elliot also considered the AI detecting the player for attack or as an enemy, or to detect as a friend. But yes, that will arrive soon.
Oh, cool.
And for another developers, I would say, yeah, at least for me, I can't follow the developers, but we don't used to talk too much between each other, not for any reason, but we mostly work separately.
I suppose with like Malbers, it makes it easier as well because there's quite a few Spanish-speaking developers.
Do you mean if there are other Spanish developers?
Yeah, there's quite a few people I speak to are either from Spain or from Spanish-speaking countries. I was really surprised that there were so many either Latin American or Spanish developers. I think there's more Spanish-speaking developers that I've spoken to than any other language now. It used to be Russian, but it seems like since recently you guys have taken over.
Well, I couldn't tell. Maybe yes, it is possible, but it's strange because mostly I don't know other people from Spain that work on video games. I only have one friend that is also able to code and make art for games, but it's like I feel sometimes a little only physically, but you don't need to go too far from Discord, Unity forum, and other forums to see a lot of people. And just like you say, not so much developers, but users and people who purchase GKC. They are from Spain or talk or are able to talk in Spain. So sometimes I remember that from some people we send some message until we realize that we can talk in Spanish.
I've got a similar problem though. Like you said, when I'm talking to people, they don't even realize that I'm English. So it takes them a while to understand what I'm saying, let alone if I try to speak Spanish. We've got Dan Reed saying, example of Santi's support. I asked him for the best way to make a chair that a character could sit in using IK for vehicles. Santi made it and put it in the latest update. Awesome support. After seeing how he did it, I made a bed for my characters to sleep in a matter of minutes. Nice.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
The character and vehicle and possession is awesome too. Yeah, I love your possession. You've got a video showing your possession logic as well. I've gone unstuck. I got my car stuck. Look at this. I got the car stuck. How did I end up doing that?
What?
I've broken my car. I broke my car.
It seemed that it's stuck. Wait a second. Enter again on it. Maybe the fuel is on right now, but by default the fuel is set to be wasted by the input. So if the vehicle runs out of fuel, he will stop. But you can refill with fuel.
I blew it up. It's gone now. It's gone. So just like here we go. Here's the IK. I love that. But if people want to be able to have animations, like if I want to, instead of using the IK for taking weapons out and putting them away, how hard is it to put animations on this character?
Well, for things like the use of weapons, right now the whole system is using IK, but in the future I want to add an animator management for the weapons. But like I said, due to my lack of animations, I decided to use IK for most things. But don't remember, it was you who told me about what's his name? Give me a second. About this person who make animations.
The Kubold guy?
No. Give me a second. The show. Don't remember if I talked to you for this person for animations.
Send me on Discord.
A ver.
Oh, what's that security code? Oh dear.
Not sure how to send this.
I don't know my code. I'm gonna get locked out. Oh no, I'm hacking. Oh, what's this? I've not seen this before.
Oh yes, it's a little mini game.
2016. Oh cool. 2016.
You have to press the movement directions, and then the code is so.
Nice. I've hacked it, and then what do? Laser shooter, and now it's yay! That's actually awesome. The password is, it's even told me on the board here. Okay, I didn't say that. Fun Tech Studio. Hey buddy. Yamina saying custom animations for things like taking out weapons would be great. Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, it's planned to be added. I am working in the 2.9 data, which will be complete in a matter of days. And after that, I will move to 3.0, which is the one where a lot of improvement for the character will be made for melee combat. A whole melee combat system will be added, more animations, other system like swim, climb ladders, clean surface similar to the last Zelda, and more stuff like that will be added.
We're going to be getting swimming and climbing ladders?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
In fact, not sure if you will have already seen it, but I have already had a climb LED system. You are actually you are in the old scene. There is a new scene called Zero Gravity, which is the newest thing that I made for 2.4 that.
Zero Gravity demo meshes exported. That one, yeah.
No, it's not this one. This one is the previous. In the Steam folder.
Yep.
There should be that one. Only well, you can start it now if you want. But by default, due to the number of rooms and places, it has by default it has a system to disable similar to cooling, but it's not cooling. Just disable places of the level, just to increase performance and avoid too much elements at the same time.
Oh, what's this?
This one,
C crouch, space jump, tab, camera zoom. All right, let's do this. Ooh, pressing C to crouch, space to jump, and left shift while you move to run. Press V to change between third and first person regular. Oh, first person. Press the tab to use the zoom and left control to set a farther camera view, third person. If you are close to an interaction element like a door, a vehicle, blah blah blah, the screen will show the option to use E. Okay.
Tutorials. Who doesn't love tutorials?
Who reads a tutorial? Open the door. Alrighty. So, there's a button over there. Yo, Mopatronic. What's this? Call the elevator. The elevator's here. And oh look, I'm sticking my hand on the wall.
Yes, it's an interaction system using AK.
So whenever he goes near a wall, he puts his hand on. He likes touching it.
Yes. It needs some improvements for example, when the player is moving maybe too fast or running or similar. But the system is solid enough for now. Another one. I see your review from GKC from a year ago, so a couple of days ago, and it's really strange because that version is so old and there's so much that's having added that I don't even know what to tell you about what is the new stuff. Now, for example, the head track in the player has been very improved when the player adding interaction. For example, the classical looking forward, backward.
Yeah.
The typical when you move the camera behind him, he start to look in the opposite direction to make the player look like he's more alive.
Oh yeah. So he's actually turning his body rather than his head just going to be spinning around.
Yes.
Cool.
For example, the player. I also remember that a lot of people complain about the aim, the draw weapon system, etc. And for this, Udata added things like automatic draw. If you press the fire button, there's no need to draw the weapon to use that button. He automatically draws it, and even if, for example, if the weapon is not carried and he press aim button, he directly draws it and set the aim state. Also, there is a kick draw weapon that directly place the weapon in the hands of the player.
Hey.
And this one, for example, is the zero gravity system, which I took the idea from Dead Space.
Whee. And the target system. So it's looking for whatever's got a rigid body on it, or a mesh. How is it working?
The targeting. Do you mean to grab objects, for example? Or?
The target now that it's sticking to the wall.
Yes, that is only for. There is if I remember properly, is tough or. There's an action to stick the player to the surface in front of him. That mark is only to show where he can be placed. You press it.
What was the key?
I don't remember the name.
I should have read the instructions. I should have read the instructions.
In fact, if you press escape and the interrogating button, there you can see all the tutorials, including the one for the gravity system. There in the interrogation in the right. No.
Here, gravity power on R.
Well, you can see here the input, but in the other place you can see the tutorials, like in any game, instead of waiting for the game to show it. Here is other thing from the improvement from 2.4, which is the multi list of access. Before, the system only have a list of access similar to like the general Unity system, but now you can define a multiple list. So, for example, a list for basic movement, other for camera, weapons, powers, etc. So it's very easy to add new actions for a very certain system, like for example, no sé, control a security camera, for example.
Oh man, Groundling, you just scared the poop out of me. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh man, Groundling just scared me with a sub. That is awesome. I love the fact that you split that out. Because I'm gonna say, real games, that's how they kind of like do it. You don't want to have it in just one long list of inputs. You break them down by logical groups of how they should be. That's awesome.
Yes, it's something that need improvement from the previous version, because I really understand that some people could complain about difficult controls, etc. That's why I also added the tutorial system, because also the users can use that system for their own games.
Oh, I've just pushed the button. What did I do? I've got a shield around me.
The C button reset the rotation of the player.
What's this weird shield I have?
Press Q to disable.
Oh yeah, there you go. I was low, and I've got magic powers as well. I've got my magic. Whoa! Nice. So how hard is it now if I want to add in? Let me import in a different model while we do this. So I'm just going to go to Asset Store and grab a model just to show how easy it is to go and put someone else. So I'm going to find a free character. So give me 2 hours while the Unity Asset Store unfreezes. Oh my word! I'm not too sure what could be worse than the new Unity Asset Store.
Wow.
It is
a lot. Not only users but developers have complained a lot about, including me, about the new version, which is horrible.
It's ridiculous. Also, the fact that they've managed to ruin it inside Unity as well.
Yes.
So even if you want to import in your assets or update them, it just freezes completely. Now it needs to be a Mecanim compatible model, does it?
Yes. Due to the use of EK, for example, it is needed.
Yin Yamina says, I haven't personally had any problems with the Asset Store. You are lucky. You are very lucky.
You bastard.
I envy you entirely. Alright, some cool ones. Let me find something freaky. You are one of the lucky ones. There's 27 free characters, humanoids, and I'm gonna get a animated Spartan.
For example, in the last update, the system MCS, the morph is, if I remember properly, I tried and tested that assistant for models, and it worked properly. And the next one will be UMA, or UMA,
Oh,
for
nice.
to add compatibility with it. Due to I didn't know that the model itself is generated at the start, not in the editor time. But there is a system to define a skeleton, which is the one thing that I need before it's the thing what I need to use to place the elements of the player inside of it in the skeleton.
Yeah, don't worry. Now it's a lot easier to integrate UMA because you can rig it, and don't worry. I'd love to see it. I would love to see this with UMA. There's a massive UMA community out there of people who are integrating UMA with other assets. I recently saw that U-Survival had UMA integrated as well by the community. There is I don't know if this is Mechanim. I don't think this model is Mechanim.
If I remember, most of figures is or is humanoid or have an option to set as humanoid. So sometimes, due to the hierarchy of the skeleton, which I don't understand why some modelers make models with a skeleton not properly configured. For example, the chest bone is missing, which sometimes makes some character controllers doesn't work properly due to use a key or place object inside of those bones.
Oh, I finally found one. If you have Cinti models, these work beautifully with JK. Oh yeah, we could use a Cinti. I wanted to grab something that was free so everyone at home could do it as well.
Cinti models, some users have already shown some of the project, and the Cinti models work properly too.
I found Man in a Suit from Studio New Punch. He's a man and he's in a suit. He looks like he means business. He's importing it into the package now. And Man in a Suit, awesome. Cinti models work. Cinti models work with everything. Cinti Studios are beautiful. Talking about Cinti, obviously on the news, a recent horrific act that happened in New Zealand. So our thoughts and wishes go out to all of our friends in New Zealand, around the world, who've been affected by that. It's been a messed up weekend, but let's always think positive thoughts and don't let numpties and twats ruin the world for us. So back inside to Unity, we've got, stop myself before I go off on one again, which I have been for most of the weekend. We've got this prefabs Man in a Suit. Gonna go down into this level. Let's find our, where is everyone? Here we go.
Yes, the level is pretty big.
It is pretty big, isn't it?
For example, you can in the player management, in the top part of the hierarchy.
What's Robert saying? My low poly business people will work. Yes, they will, Rob. So now I get a hello in chat for Robert Ramsey Art and a VR Game Zone. Hello, Messi. Is the Cinti code still active? Try to buy a prototype pack from the Cinti store, but it doesn't work. I don't know. It'd be a bit of a shame if the code isn't valid anymore. But yeah, oh dear, I have not tested it recently. Where is the player?
In the top part of the hierarchy. Player and menu management.
There he is.
The
Player
top part.
one.
Yes.
There's the little fellow. Hello, little man. Where are you? Little man. Little man. Here he is. So here's. Oh, here he is. There. And. Oh, but zoomed out again. I'm going to stick in Man in a Suit down here as well. So how would I now, if I want to get Man in a Suit, here's the man in a blue suit. This is what he looks like. And I want man in a blue suit to be this bloke here.
You just need to open the character creator window in the options in the top part.
Create a new character. That one.
Yes, in the option bars of Unity itself, there is one way called character creator or character window. Not sure of the name now.
Can you? I had my menu.
No, it's not a window. In the part where there is edit, preference, etc. Right there.
Not this one. Not the character creator window. That one.
Yes, is that one.
Okay, cool. I'll stick it here. There we go.
Just select the model you want to use.
All right, man in a blue suit.
You can select in that same window, in the secret part of the.
I do it from the scene.
Yes, press the. Wait, I have a little screen here. Yes, it is a way.
And then he's going to be a player. And I'm going to click create player. Boom. Hang on a minute. Is that it?
Yes. If you drag and drop that element, not sure if the system will create other one or you will use that. But yes, he have created another one.
Hang on a minute. Was that?
You can remove the. Yes.
Now here he is.
I will recommend to disable the GIF mode because there is too much element to see nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say that the gizmo was a bit crazy. So all I had to do was drag him in to your little window, your little WYSIWYG, and then boom, click a button like magic.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's aiming a little bit in the wrong place. He likes. Young man, why are you aiming up in the sky?
Yes, it's the only configuration needed. Sometimes the bones orientation is different in every skeleton. So there is a setting in the upper body rotation system to set which axis, which direction is the one used for every model. It's in the documentation and merely takes a couple of minutes to configure. For example, if you want to do now, it's really easy.
So let's do it now. Where's my little man gone? Here he is down the bottom. So I click on.
In player controller game object.
Here we go.
In the upper body rotation system, in that inspector, there is an axis configuration, and you can see there which one is the one used for this character.
Wow!
It's mostly in the lower part of the. It's almost in the bottom.
There's a lot of settings here, man. Wow! Okay, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So other powers, I've got other power script, grab object script, got a health script, using devices, close combat system, ragdoll activator, footsteps manager script. I like how everything's all separated. Scanner systems. What's the scanner systems?
It's a mechanic similar to Metroid Prime games, where the player is able to enable like a camera in the center to scan objects and get info from it, or even trigger events from scanning a door which can unlock it at the same time. Things like that.
All right. So do I want to be playing with the IK system script, or is it a different one?
No, in this case, it's the upper body rotation system. The inspector is in the bottom part.
Jetpack, damage screens, damage in fly system. Wow. Friends list manager. What's that?
That is to manage. In fact, you said that in your previous video from all the EI friend found by the player. You can set order. There's not too much order now, like follow the player, wait, or attack the closest enemy. But in the future, there will be much more options.
Cool. All right. So now we've got upper body rotation system.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in the spine vector, there is the value which need to be configured for the proper orientation on the spine. Okay. Which I used to do is press the play button and then try every axis possible, which is 1 0 0 0 1 0, because like I said, most of times the bones orientation for skeleton and similar is always different. There should be some rules in that, but seeing that most people use different system. Basically, this is to say where is the rotation applied, if in the x-axis, the y, or the zeta. For example,
man, you're looking the wrong way, young man.
Maybe the x. I think it's the negative one. I mean the negative x minus 1.
Oh. Hey. He's looking the right way, young man. You've done it. You're looking the right way.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's due to that. There's no way to predict where a bone or rotation will look. So I think this is the best system I could make for these kind of things.
That's nuts. So that was pretty easy for me to get my own little man in and get him.
Yes, in fact, it's in the main steps basic use for this asset. It's explained in the documentation, and the doc will be extended and improved in the next few days and weeks.
Oh dear, man. What are you doing, young man? Get your gravity back on.
That's strange.
I managed to break your demo scene. I'm flying about and I pushed the gravity button, and now he's stuck walking on the roof.
Yeah, maybe something needs to check.
There you go. It should work. Free bug testing. You're welcome. You're welcome, mate. I'll send you the check, the bill in the post for you to send the check. That's awesome. So, I mean, how many different scripts have we got here?
In the player itself, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, the number used to increase from time to time, but the main elements are added in the player itself, and maybe other minors are added inside of it. I always try to keep everything organized, and sometimes some functionalities are moved from one script to other more general or similar. There is always code improvements in every of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, let me just count them at the moment. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31 scripts. Blinking hell, man. That is a that is a lot of stuff going on. So, how long would it take to read the manual?
How time do you mean?
Yeah, to read the manual. Is there one for each of these scripts?
No, right now, no. The manual is not complete yet. There are some systems which are already present in it, but like I say, sometimes during the development of 2.4D, which is the biggest update for the asset, most systems were reconfigured or remade. So some part of the workflow option and elements have been changed. So I was waiting for that system to be complete, which is mostly the main core of the asset, which is not a single core, but a group of different elements working together. So I wanted to wait for that moment to back to the documentation and complete it. And once the documentation is complete, I will start with video tutorials covering every aspect of the asset. I know that this is taking more time than it should, but it's the main reason to improve the workflow and make it as easy as possible. This is not a visual scripting asset, but I want to allow to have some options, customization, and be at the same time easy to configure and to use. In fact, a part that I am doing now is a feature manager, which is a single included in a single inspector the most important system options for the player. Like, for example, camera configuration for features, the player controller itself, option for the weapons, that all that stuff concentrate in a single script to make it more easy to configure the player like you need for your project.
Oh man, I can't even begin to imagine how much time it takes to sit and document all this stuff that you're doing and writing.
Every aspect of the character and the resource elements will be explained option for option. In fact, I will start soon to add tips for every variable, so it's easy to see and know which one does what. So I always try to show in the variable itself, in its name, to explain which does, more or less.
Oh yeah, tooltips is going to be a lot of help. I'm going to say that. How much commenting do you put in your code?
Well, depends on the system itself, but I used to and want to add commentary for mostly every function, and according to what does, if it's just a single as a typical operation, or if it's a more important group of actions and functions. Right now, not at the code is commented, but it will be. I am process due to sometimes I'm changing stuff and codes and functions from place to place to make it everything as organized as possible. For example, right now, due to the including of the local multiplayer, some systems have changed to be able to manage different players at the same time, because until now there are some systems which weren't taking into account that maybe in the same scene there are multiple players controlled by multiple people. So some systems have changed according to that.
Have you thought about getting yourself an assistant, or like somebody to help you do the stuff that isn't so fun, like documentation and adding comments and supporting people?
No, right now I'm taking care of practically everything in the asset, except like I say, this person who is making new animations, which I showed a couple of them, and a person before of that, which was a 3D artist, who made the new model character, which will be added in 3.0. The rest of things is made by me, including everything in the forum, the Discord, the support, because I right now can have more people taking care of this, and I prefer sincerely do all the stuff by myself.
How much time do you spend sleeping, mate?
That depends on the day, but there are days I used to sleep a lot. But yeah, my day is the regular 26 hours. No, 20 no.
Damn.
16 hours. Sorry.
If you're getting a 26-hour day, that's crazy.
I wish some days that it will be possible.
Man, you need to sleep. Don't be saying Santi doesn't sleep ever. I can imagine it, having to do all of this by yourself. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, a good and a bad thing about this is that working in this asset is part-time also of my hobby. So even in my free time, which I should spend in other stuff, I used to do more work for this. So most of the time, I use that time to experiment with elements and see if they can fit in this project or not.
Oh, Santi, I'm trying to run up the stairs. And my man
that's the thing. Maybe the ICAFO system is not working properly there, or maybe the slope is too much high. Not sure. I will check that.
Have you tried integrating with other IK systems as well? Just like there's always a need to have your own IK system, but does this work with like Final IK or IK Plus?
I haven't tried yet that kind of system, but if I remember properly, an user told me about he using GKC and Final IK and said it works properly.
Oh, nice.
Maybe some system. I'm not sure if maybe he disabled some system from GKC in order to work with Final IK, but it's something that a lot of people ask for which is integrate more assets, and it's something that I really want to do, but I want to focus first in make the system as solid as possible, and once that is done, integrate other elements. For example, behavior designer is planned to be added. The dialogue system, the asset is also planned. Quest machine, that is to planet. Elliot, for example, will be improved as well.
Oh, nice! There's loads of stuff going on.
Yes. In the meantime, in fact, for example, for 2.4D version, I added maybe you can call it a quest or mission system, which is not so much powerful, but it allows to do a lot of customization, to do a lot of stuff, mostly using events, which are I think very, very used in GKC, to allow to get a lot more of customization. For example, that mission system allows to configure stuff like you have 3 buttons. You have to press them in a certain order in order to open a door, for example. So you can configure that order, the events triggered by those buttons, and then make that the door is opened by pressing those buttons in that order. That just is a basic example, but in the future that system will be improved. Even if quest machines and dialogue system is integrated, I want to add my own solution for dialogue as well.
Yeah, that way people don't need to buy other assets to get those
exactly.
features. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it is the main. Yes.
Tell me.
Yes, is this the main objective of the asset? Concentrate all the element needed to make a game from start to begin. O sea, I mean from begin to end, and without need to get more assets in it. Not for a reason, for a selfish reason, like only you my asset and no one more, but to have everything packaged in the same project and working out of the box without need to make a puzzle from different assets.
I'm amazed that you've got, I mean, for the brief moment that we were talking the other month, I'm playing about now has got the local multiplayer in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real. You got bullet time. You got bullet time as well going on with the local multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so that can be integrated for every player. So you can be a little troll with the rest of players, but that will change.
How do you?
In fact, there is a.
Sorry, tell me.
Mm-hmm. No, I was going to say that in the package I sent you, there is a scene configured to work with one player using the keyboard and the other player using the gamepad. So, for example, instead of controlling the same at the same time, you can manage one with keyboard and the other with pad.
So where do you set that? How do you define which where the controller is for the character? So if I look here as player 1, then there's player 2, and I go to player controller.
Let me see. The scene is called that one with 2 players playing one using keyboard.
Yeah, that's the one I've got loaded at the moment.
Yeah. So do you have a gamepad connected?
I do. I can plug it. See if it will work if I plug it in. Controller. But which script on the actual character defines the controller?
Oh yeah. Not sure. Do you have the channel, the YouTube channel connected from my account? I mean, the part where you show the videos from.
Oh yeah.
There is a video which shows the configuration, so I can tell you to here directly how they're configured. So as you prefer, directly here or in the video.
Nah, show me it.
Okay, go to. In fact, it's very very easy to configure. Go to player and game management in the hierarchy. The parent of the 2 players.
Yep.
Okay, in the. Don't remember the name. No, where is there? Okay, it's in the bottom part. It's called player character manager, I think. Or something about character manager. Sometimes it's hard to remember.
Game manager?
No, after that.
And player characters manager?
Yes. There should be some buttons in the. Okay, there. So here you can see in the current number of players, you can configure there the number of players. For now, I only try 4 because a higher number will make almost impossible to see the actual screen in the editor. So, for example, if you play configure 4 players, for example, in the field.
This one which says configure players.
No, current number of players in that field, yep. Which right now show those.
So if I put it to 4?
2. You have configured 4?
Yep, it's gone to 4.
Oh, okay. Press the button, configure players.
Oh! Yeah, 2 more players just got added.
Yes. And then in the field where it says, yes, they are directly.
Put these, minimize these again. Right. Back in. So we've got main character, player 1, camera state name to use, and then the character state list.
Now in the field called center, camera state name to use, it says two players center.
Yep.
In that text field, configure the name of the camera state that you want. In this case, is 4 players. Only that.
Okay.
But basically, I configure a list of different camera configuration for the split screen, which basically set the weight and height and X and Y values, and allows to configure that. No, remove the center word. In other case, it won't find the camera state.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Now press set camera configuration.
Yep.
That should configure the 4 screens right there. And now only need to press set players ID and the last button. Basically, press one after another.
Assign map systems on map creator. That one.
Mm-hmm. That one is for to make all the players to see the map separately.
Oh, so how do I say which one is going to use a gamepad and which one uses keyboards?
For now, this is mostly manual. In the meantime, it's done in the editor, but there is no the system for in-game having been added yet. It will be added to in 3.0, mostly to avoid more delays when 2.9 version. So the multiplayer will be in the next update. This one is like a kind of beta state. So most systems are already complete. To configure if a player uses the keyboard or not, go to any of the to make sure it works properly, go to player 1, and in player controller there is a field called player ID. No, player ID no.
On here.
I mean, go to player controller game object in player 1. No, in the hierarchy. Player 1, inside character. Open that. No, I mean inside character of player 1.
Okay. And then
no, I explained not properly. In the hierarchy, player controller there, and now in player controller spectrum no, in player input manager there is where the input of every player is configured. Yes, o sea, I mean
on the main one or hey games
in player controller game object.
Yeah.
Now in its spectre go to. No, I explained it very bad.
Okay, I'm gonna stop clicking on stuff and I'm gonna stay very still because there's a delay between what I click and what I press.
Yes, it's a little delay, really. In the hierarchy, go to player controller. The first one.
Okay.
No, in the hierarchy.
Oh, of what? Of the.
There. Now, in that inspector list, go to the component, player input manager. No, in the right part. You are in the right game object. Now, in the right inspector part.
So we've got which one of these many scripts?
Okay, close manager. There. Player input manager in the down.
And now I've got
player input manager, literally calidad. Okay, here you can see use only keyboard. Do you see that? It's already connected or activated.
Yeah, I see it.
There you configure if the player can use a gamepad or directly only the keyboard. Since a PC only have a keyboard, only one player will have that connected.
Cool. Sengoku, no, we're not sharing screen or Discord because using his mobile.
What?
Sengoku's asking if we're sharing, but your laptop's not working, so you're using your mobile.
Yes, I don't have a PC right now. I have died yesterday, and I have tried to make it work today, but I literally see the direct in the mobile.
And that's why the sound is beautiful, Sengoku. You're getting lovely sound because it's on a mobile phone. I've plugged in my PlayStation controller and it's dead. I think if a brand new PlayStation 4, I'm hoping it's just the batteries are run out. But if my kids have been coming here when I've been at work and they've smashed up my controller, Daddy's going to be an angry daddy. Every 2 seconds while I try to plug in the USB cable.
Actually, I think that not sure yet, but do you mean a PS4?
Yeah,
gamepad?
I've got a PS4 gamepad, and I get.
By any chance, do you have a Xbox gamepad?
I do, but I don't have a controller for my PC. Bear with me 2
Okay.
seconds.
No, it's doable because the PS4 gamepad for some reason has some strange behavior right now. Not sure why, but for gamepad in 3.0 update, I will add the X input library, which will improve the gamepad compatibility with, in theory, all the gamepads possible. Because right now not sure why, but maybe the PS4 gamepad input is a little different from Xbox, which is the one we are used to test stuff and things.
I see. Give me 2 seconds while I try to find a plug. Aha! They've unplugged one of my plugs.
Found it.
My little angels. What if I can plug this USB? No, that's not supposed to be smoking. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go and buy myself another 4-plug adapter. My kids have I don't honestly, I've got no idea what my kids get up to when I'm away. I need to put a lock on my door. Either that or like put like a guard dog. I'm just gonna go and buy myself a guard dog and put him in my office when I go to work. No, don't call social security. I'm not really going to do that. I'm just going to put a lock on the door before you get social services coming round to my house. So this is the... let me click play. How many have you tested? Like, what's the maximum local multiplayer?
I think that due to the Unity input system, which, if I correctly, is 11 players gamepads at the same time. Not sure yet is that is the number or not, but that should be the maximum number of players at the same time.
Wow.
But I think that most games used to use for maybe 8, and that probably in the same screen.
Could you make a football game? Like a soccer
football
game? Yeah, a soccer game.
Maybe. So I am not too much good with the real sport or the game sport or football, or generally the sport games. I'm pretty bad. So I am not sure about the rules or even in video games, the sports, the mechanics that I used to do on that. But probably sometime I could make some tests to try a basic football system, for example. What I am very curious to try is a game like Smash to configure only one camera, the rest of players centered in that camera, and then they fight or make something. No, not only for Smash, any kind of game with two players in the screen at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, like that video camera that we were looking at before on Discord. Because that if they're both close together, that they're going to be using the one camera, and when they get further apart, then it drew into two cameras.
Oh yes. I didn't remember which one do you mean. Yes, the Lego.
Yeah, the Lego
style. Yeah. Precisely that style. For example, I'm very curious to try it.
I'm very
like I said. Yes.
I want to play with that one. Did you try any of the code yet from that one?
No, not yet, because like I said, I finishing the last details of 2.9 version, and to avoid another month or another week of more development, I prefer to grab things for a beta state for the local multiplayer, and then move to a totally complete version for 3.0.
What versions of Unity are going to be compatible? Is this going to work with the new 2018.3?
Yes, of course, yes. In fact, the current version already works from 2017 for every version higher. Doesn't matter. There is no limit because GKC doesn't use nothing special from a certain Unity version beyond being the minimum version, which is the 2017.
The new prefab system hasn't broken anything, and it still works fine.
I sincerely don't have the next prefab yet, but I'm very curious to try, because sometimes I have suffered from the old prefab system, which you can only one prefab from one element, and you need to update everything manually. So yeah, I'm very curious to try out.
Well, good luck. Hopefully, it will nothing will explode. I'm a bit scared of the new updates that come in. I still haven't tried 2019 yet.
Me neither. I must say, I used to take a lot of time to try new versions, and it's very funny when a user asks for the asset is not working in one of the last updates from Unity, and Unity used to have some very unstable versions sometimes, or with some strange bugs. So like I said before, it is recommended, not for me but every developer, to use an older version of Unity, not the 2018 is okay, but sometimes it's better to wait for a better version from Unity itself to play.
Yeah, I'm never one to use something new from Unity. Is it? My controller's actually plugged in. Oh.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure now yet, but the PS4 gamepad has some strange behavior. Probably it's due to the local the regular Xbox control. Not sure how to say.
I have to apologize to everyone at home who's feeling a little bit sick. I've unplugged my controller. Good news is my PlayStation controller's working. Good news is that it actually worked when I plugged it in. but yeah, it just happens to be.
Yeah, I'm sure the X input library will make this working too. And add compatibility with all the gamepads possible, and including other stuff like vibration, which the default Unity vibration is pretty bad. This one is the point and click demo.
How do I pick up the key? Take.
You need to press on it, and the player should be close. There, and you take the take button.
I love that it's like a Crazy Monkey Island game.
Yeah, I also remember to always that I work on point and click. I remember that kind of games.
So with your own, so you're saying you're going to be making your own dialogue system?
Yes. Probably not too much advanced, but I said in the forum sometimes that I want to make a notes editor, which will allow to make a system not to configure not only the dialogue but other stuff like missions, the story shell of the game, use it for the AI. But it's a hard task to complete because it's a tricky part to do the notes editor. So for now, the dialogue system will be to configure by inspector directly, probably with a kind of list with the info of every conversation and who talks, which character say what, and if the conversation triggers an event, give an object to the player or activates a missions, open a door, practically anything working with events.
Oh mate, I can't wait. I want to make an adventure game now using this kit. just from this demo of running around, hearing about what events you got, management you got coming on, and also the fact that you've just taught me how to play Twinkle Twinkle.
Yeah, like I said, I love Dead Space, and when I thought about make a piano system, basically for a sample of the puzzle system itself, I remember there is a song very cool and easy to play on a piano, so why not? Because not sure you remember the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star trailer from the first Dead Space.
No, I
which
don't.
One very creepy. I mean that song is for childs, and in the trailer is like a nightmare.
I'm gonna have to play that. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh man.
Not sure why I place all that part to there, so much keys to touch instead of the half. So, but once you play the whole song, it's played again, and the piano is open, revealing a revolver, like in Resident Evil games, for example.
I need to play it properly without. Where's the? Hang on, there's a bit of it missing. So,
yeah, the point and click system is some improvement, but the main system is working.
Where are we getting clipped? We're getting clipped. And the last, so here you go. Play the song. All right. Let's play this song. Let's do this.
In fact, you can move. You can move the camera with the movement case to see properly the.
Cool. Oh, I gotta start again now.
Like I said, this is the puzzle system itself, not only for the piano, but for the regular camera looking at a fixed position to manage a group of stuff. For example, in the case, in this case is to press a certain button, a group of buttons in a certain order.
I'm concentrating really hard. If I get this wrong, I'll be so annoyed.
There is no time limit for this puzzle in concrete, so you don't not rush to proceed.
I did it! I did it!
It's playing itself.
It's playing itself.
Not sure, but it's a little creepy too, like some kind of Silent Hill game or similar.
I've just learned to play Twinkle Twinkle, and now I've got a gun, and I'm gonna shoot myself. Come on, I can't pick up. Here it is. Take. Yay! Twinkle Twinkle. It's my Twinkle Twinkle gun. Reminded me of now that you say about that scary nightmare. How do I get the map? Take the map. There you go. It reminds me of a game that we played recently that was made with Unity, Visage. That was scary. That was a scary game.
Which one?
Visage? Visage? Is that what it was called?
Yes, I think I heard from it.
Yeah, they gave us nightmares like they did for a little while.
Yeah, I love survival horror and horror games in general. It's the best type of game that I like.
So how many you're making this awesome kit? You obviously got a great imagination. Is there any games that you've since your uni days been wanting to make with your kit?
Do you mean if I want to recreate a game using this? Well, like I said, Gravity Rush is a game I love. It's one of the best games, not in beta, but in any platform for me at least. So I would like to make a game similar to that probably one day. Other game that I like is similar to Infamous. The next one which Remedy is going to make, Control. Not sure if you know it.
No, I don't.
I like the game because not only for its mechanics, which in fact not sure if you have seen, but there is a free floating mode where similar to Anthem, where the player can float in the air and use weapons and like similar to the jetpack, but it's much better. If you want, we can see it later. Not sure what I was saying. Yes, Control. That game looks a little like SCP Universe, like the organization in that game is similar to that story or similar. But yes, there is no a game in concrete in certain that I want to recreate, but probably make a mix of them with a new story probably. But yeah, the idea is once this NJ is complete, which I'm not sure when will that happen. Probably we'll use it to make my own game and see what happens.
Oh man, I look forward to seeing that. Send me a link on Discord later for that that game that you were talking about.
It's from the creator of Spain. It's the same developer.
I've got no idea.
Yeah, I will send you a link. There are a few trailers already.
I don't. I need to play more games. Actually, I need to find some time to play games.
I could say the same. It's an irony because I work on it, but barely played any games recently. Most of the time, I play games as a way to study and see their mechanics, how they work, how they look, and take experience. Yes, exactly.
Nice, dude. This changes that it's completely different. I mean, it looks kind of the same of what I saw last year, but it's so much bigger.
Yes, in that Breath of 10 have changed a lot, mostly because from what I said before, that I am working at a full-time job on this from a year ago and 4 or 5 months, and I have been able to focus 100% in this. Before that, I was a student. I was working in a job, so I couldn't work so much as much as I wanted. But now I totally focus on this, and like I said, to me it's also very strange to see the review that you made a year ago, because I was in there and I was thinking, oh my god, what a piece of crap.
Well, it's impressive that your own critique of your own asset.
Yeah,
and it's also
probably that was.
It's great. It's basically shows like how far you've come, and how improved it is. If the asset from a year ago upsets you that much.
Yeah, like I said, every version feels like a new asset. I'm sure that other programmers are thinking the same one. They made a new version of a system. The old one is garbage. Well, at least I used to think like that.
Yeah, don't be too harsh on yourself. I mean,
nah,
it's.
I don't think too much about it neither.
Yeah, just keep on going forward. Keep walking forward. Don't look back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh mate. I'm just can't wait to play with these updates that are coming out now. When's the version finished that we're gonna get version 3?
It will be the last update of GKC. I planned a date to complete the asset. I have planned to work on it forever, probably until I die, much probably. But 3.0 will started in a matter of a week, 2 weeks, once the current version in progress is complete. And 3.0 isn't going to be one data. It will be a group containing different versions for certain asset systems, like in this case for weapons, the player controller, vehicles, AI, multiplayer, etc. So every update inside 3.0 will be focused in a only, or maybe a little group of system. This is made to avoid, like in 2.4D update, which took almost a year to arrive.
Wow.
So in this case, every update will be separated by 1 or 2 months at maximum.
Well, man, yeah, small bites. Keep it into small modules, and then okay, that was me dead. Try again. Yes. Don't crash your car into an exploding barrel. That's a lesson that we can all take from this. And pretty much, like, don't drive your car into an exploding barrel. Don't make your assets so big that it makes it difficult for you to update and maintain. So yeah, looking forward to this new version 3 when it comes out, and the version 2 that we're in now. When's the next update going to be on the asset store?
Do you mean the current one that I am working?
Yeah.
That will be available in a matter of a week or so. I just have to finish some minor stuff. This one have taken just a month and a few days probably. And it includes there is a chain log already with a lot of. It has been only a month, but has been very well used, I must say.
So where can we see the changelog? Is it in your Discord or?
Yes, it's in Discord and in both places. I use that, mostly the same information. So the Discord allows to well, what I want to tell you allows to talk with more people without floating everything from message. So yeah, there is a changelog. There is a category in the Discord to know the changelog. Well, that is the roadmap. If I'm not wrong, I will add a category for the changelog, for the current changelog or the current version in progress.
Just pasted a link for your Discord in the chat. Anyone who wants to join the Discord for 2 cubes, just push the link into chat. Oh, I'm flying in the air.
Totally public. So anyone who wants to join, it's totally free.
Nice.
For example, the last stuff that I added was like I said, the clean ledge system, which allows to detect a ledge for the player in front of him, and the player can climb, or stay in the climb, stay in the ledge, and if you press, for example, forward, he will climb, or if you press backward, he will lose the ledge.
Oh, like are you making like an Assassin's Creed type?
Yes, but only the climb ledge action. But this will be extended to the actual climb system. But the climb system first will be similar to Breath of the Wild. So the player will be able to climb to any surface and move through it. And after that, the Assassin's Creed system will be started. But the Assassin's Creed is a little harder to achieve.
Now, when's the swimming going to be ready?
What? Can you repeat?
The swimming. When is your swimming?
Yes, in 3.0 of that. Probably in the first or second version inside of that content.
I'm stuck on this globy thing. Come on, man. Come on, you can do it. Come on, jump. Come on.
No, you can actually don't go farther from that speed. Well, yes, there is a check. If you move to a certain speed while circumnavigating an object, you will escape from it and will change another surface.
I think I broke it.
Not sure what happened.
I broke it. I'm sorry. I broke everything.
Nah, don't worry. Not sure what is going on. I think that the camera didn't rotate properly to the surface, but the player did.
Yeah. I told you I like breaking
maybe
things.
Try to press F, maybe. No, since stuck in that state. That will check it. It's another reason why in the betas, in the beta versions that I sent, I made them for this reason too. So the user can tell me anything, any error or bug, and fix it as soon as possible.
I've got no idea what I've done now, but I think my guy needs to go to the toilet. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, this is why people come on my show, so I can break their assets.
Nah, it's something old now, because in other case, these kind of bugs are not noticed and never fixed. In other case,
I can see why you love the mucking about with gravity so much, because you never know what to expect. I love it. I love it.
For example, in this case, I will press H. I don't know if I say it properly. The letter H.
Yeah.
Again, no. In the to set the player in powers mode, and now you can press R to activate the gravity system, and the configure a surface or press F to disable the current surface state.
Okay, now he's upside down.
Yeah, now it's like floating in the.
Oh. Oh no, I've broken his arms. I've broken his arms. Oh no.
Probably.
This is a game in itself. This is a new game.
The new God Simulator.
I will punish you. No, I've been a good man. No, you shall feel my wrath. I love it. Cool. Oh, mate. I'm going to be sitting here playing about with your GameKit controller for days. Right. So the good news is that I've got an Xbox, but it's an Xbox 360, not an Xbox One. Is that controller going to work okay?
It should. In fact, I had both 364, the old one and the new one gamepad.
Cool.
So yeah, both work properly. And like I said, the X input library should take should be able to manage the rest of type of iPads.
Have you tried those other third-party input controllers like Rewired?
No, actually, not try yet. But I think besides this little issue with other type of gamepads, the rest of the system input is pretty solid, I would say. In fact, like I said in the last update, the input system has changed a lot, and I think it's much better now. In fact, before it needed to add some code in a system to actually use the input to trigger an event, and now the system allows to use events to configure which action will be triggered. So now it doesn't need any code to work. Just a customization in the inspector and nothing more. And for example, for the possession system and other stuff, it is really easy to define different kind of actions. For example, to configure an explosive barrel, which you can control and decide when to explode, or a box to move it toward through the level. But yes, I know that I should try other types of input to maybe add integration later.
I mean, just asking for the few people that have been using different tools already. Also, kind of like makes it easier when using different, like Nintendo Switch or anything like that. Then you just have to go, okay, I've got integration with Rewired or something, and then that handles all the work needed to get these new controllers or updated versions of the controllers to work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you were saying before, it's great to be able to have all of these main features out of the box and not need to go out and buy another asset
mm-hmm.
to be able to work with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Whoa. Okay, I've got myself back in there. Whee! Oh, there we go. Superhero landing. Yeah, it's a lot going on. We've got Sengoku's asking about the FPS. Getting about 80 FPS. I don't think anything's been done to be really been optimized in this demo scene, to be fair.
Yeah, the performance that I used to see is the same. Probably the most thing that could decrease the performance is the current AI, which will be improved in 3.0, but the recent elements should have a proper performance. And also, in every that AI, if I used to find some code or some functions that can be improved in order to improve the performance.
I'm looking forward to version 3 coming out. Seems like version 3 is going to be a massive update.
Yeah, I can really wait to work on that.
Whee! All right, buddy, I'm going to have to let you go because if I don't, I'm going to be sitting here playing with this kit until about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I haven't even started with the possession system and all the rest of it.
Like I said, for example, if you want to try the free floating mode, press and hold R to activate it.
Oh, and I've just gone out of the demo scene. Don't forget the chair. Oh, okay. Hang on. Dan Reed wants to show the chair. So, how do we do the sitting in the chair?
In any of the mansion scenes, I think in the top-down type, there are the vehicles, all the current vehicles configured in the asset. Yeah, so you can see there.
Top down. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Mansion top down. Wow,
for example,
where do I find the vehicle?
As the name says, that scene is configured to have a top-down view of the mansion instead of the locked camera. Vehicles are in hierarchy. If I'm on ground and they are or disabled, so you can enable what you prefer.
Hang on, let's go and find a vehicle. Let's do one.
It's in the right part. Like I said, they are all disabled. So go to the hierarchy and activate what you want.
And I'm going to...
The chair, for example, is the low. Probably the best vehicle. The best vehicle ever.
It's the chair. Alright, let's go and let's go walk and find a chair.
Recently, other type of vehicles was added, which is like, I don't know his name yet, a flying vehicle, for example.
Alright, so here's my chair. He's sitting down in his chair. Where's my motorbike? There's my motorbike. Let's see, do I see? I love chair. I love the fact that he leans forward and back. This scene reminds me of the time chamber from Dragon Ball. I've got no idea what Dragon Ball is. Is that Dragon Ball Z? Oh, oh, come on.
Other element added recently was the shake body of the player on collision from vehicles. See that kind of shake of the player.
Yeah. I want to make him crash and go flying off. Can you do that?
Flying vehicle, do you mean? Or being launched from the vehicle on collision?
Yeah.
Yeah, that in fact is configured, but by default is disabled.
Oh, nice.
But you can try it now if you want. It's an option in the vehicle HUD manager component.
So,
all right. So let's see. inside motorbike, for example. Open the key. No. I mean in the part, open the hierarchy of motorbike. I mean right part, no, left part. Sorry, there. And in the inspector, call it vehicle health manager. No. In the gain object, call it motorbike controller.
Yep.
Press there.
Vehicle HUD manager.
And then vehicle HUD manager, right?
Yep.
In the bottom part. Let's see. In the bottom of that inspector, there should be an option to. Not sure if the option was called launch player on collision or something similar.
There it is. Ooh.
I think not sure it is properly configured on the motor, maybe. Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
I think it's more or less properly configured. So that should launch the player like in GTA games, for example.
Oh, I'm excited. I want to see him get flung into the air. All right, let's do this. Let's do this crash. Let's get some speed. Oh! that was not the crash I was expecting. Crikey, come back, bike. My bike's still going. My bike's still going off to the mountains.
Yeah, the input, I mean the speed is staying the same until the input is reached 0, and at some point it will stop. Maybe.
Alright, let's do this. Come on, let's do this.
So
Oh look, I can reach it from here. Push E. Wow. Okay.
Well, that panel in the to get on the motorbike should be disabled. For some reason, it keeps active, so I will check that. But yeah, it's good to know this kind of bugs.
That's what I'm here for, mate. Here to find your bugs.
Yeah.
All right, jump. Bosh. Oh, I could do that for hours. I could do that for hours. Oh, mate. Come back, Bikey. Bikey, come back. I love it. It's my magic bike. I love my magic bike. He just keeps on riding forever by himself. That allows me to teleport onto him. It still bounces away. And then, just like magic, I reappear teleporting on my bike. He leans to the wrong side in a curve. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, shoot. I was not expecting that. I've accidentally gone off the map. And parachute. Parachute! Damn it. I left my parachute at home. Is there a way to cue an animation to have the guy walk up to the chair to sit down?
And not sure what you mean.
So when I go up to my chair and I click on the chair, when it loads up. So I click on chair and I'm sitting in the chair, but I don't have a transition between looking at the chair and being in the chair. So
oh yeah, yes. For now there is no transition animation for getting on vehicles, but it's planned to be added. Not sure in the exact moment because it's a. In fact, I am working now with the match target system for the animator. and knowing more about it. But and I want to know more how to use it, but because it's the system which needs to be used for things like match animations for certain places, like getting on vehicles.
And like Dan was doing, laying down in a bed to have a sleep.
Yeah, it's just a matter of configure the ICA points inside this chair of the vehicle that you are working on, and you can put it in any position that you want. In fact, in some vehicles, those points are rotated or moved at real time according to input in the vehicle to make the player feel like he is moving in the vehicle itself. Like, for example, in the motorbike, when he's rotating his upper body or the collision with objects to shake it inside the vehicle, like a real person will do in real collisions.
Oh, cool. There he is, leaning, wiggling, moving.
Another vehicle that I want to add is a bicycle. So the player is actually moving his legs.
Oh, nice!
To drive it.
You're going to be pedaling your bicycle with IK?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Not only bicycle, but vehicles for air, for sea, también, also. So yeah, mostly every type of vehicle that I can imagine or people suggested will be added.
You've got
for example, if you want to try the free floating mode, which is really cool, hold and press air to activate it.
Which one?
Air. Not sure I am saying properly.
Which vehicle do I need to enable for that one, or?
Nothing. It's the player.
Hang on.
That is the teleport ability.
What have I've broken something.
Release shift and it will stop.
Oh, there we go.
But maybe from changing from the edit to the editor to the game window, maybe is there. Okay, press control to make the camera closer to the player, and then hold and press R.
Oh.
Not sure it's been activated. Yeah, no. It's a little delay in the direct. Yeah, this system is inspired from that game that I see before, the Control, and maybe a little from Anthem. If you press Y again, the hands of the player and his body will rotate according to input. It's just another feature system that I like it to add. If you press and hold space, you can move vertically also.
So how do you get down?
By using the input. If you press space and you move forward or backward, you will move vertically up and down. This system is explained in the tutorials inside the game. Just something that I wanted to see you to see.
Cool. If I turn it off, way.
And if you press and hold shift, you can move faster also.
Up Benny Hill. Oh look, I'm crouching and I'm going fast. Can I go prone? Can you go laying along the ground? Can I lie you down?
Not yet, but it's planned as well.
Oh, I've gone slow motion mode. What did I do?
Press setup.
Oh, there we go. Superior landing. That is awesome. Overwatch stuff. I've only played Overwatch once. It's like the $1 Million Man. Okay, it's showing my age. That's the TV shows I used to watch.
Oh, yeah, I know about.
Oh, this is so cool. All right, buddy. All right, I'm gonna have to let you go and get you back when the new update comes out in a couple of weeks to grab you on Discord and make some fun stuff with my kids for get the Xbox controller working.
Yeah.
Oh mate, this is lovely. Congratulations on the massive updates that you've been doing since the last time we played with it.
Thanks.
Everyone in chat, say a big thank you to Sanity, otherwise Mr. 2 Cubes. By the way, what does the name 2 Cubes mean?
Literally nothing. Just was a random name. Like I pick it sometimes. I said one name I could use. Don't know why I thought about 2K for some reason. That developer and I thought 2 Cubes. Why not? It doesn't mean nothing. I wish it would be a cool story about my past, but no.
Well, you can make up one. You can make up a story.
Yeah, you're right. I could. I need a story. I need it.
You could run a competition, win a free copy of the asset by coming up with the best idea for a story behind the name 2 Cubes.
Yeah, probably will work.
All right, buddy. I'll catch you on Discord.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in, mate. Really appreciate it.
Very happy to be here tonight.
Adios, muchachos.
Adios, amigos.
Well, that was it for another live dev interview. I hope you had fun and enjoyed yourselves. You too can take part if you pop over every Fridays and Saturdays on orderws.twitch.tv/themessycoder, 9 PM GMT time. If you want to know what it is in your time zone, use Google. So don't forget to tell all of your friends and neighbours. If you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now. And down below, there's that big juicy subscribe button. And right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.